During the year 1903, 88 new makes of motor cars were introduced in the United States of America, including this one, the Ford Model A. This was Henry Ford's car, and it started a motoring revolution that is still continuing today. Since the beginning of the century, Henry Ford has done more than anyone to bring the motor car within easy reach of ordinary men and women the world over. And his first assembly line started it all. It was Henry Ford's early conviction that the motor car would one day replace the traditional horse and carriage as everyone's personal means of transport. Today, of course, we can travel anywhere with ease. Simple, safe, personal mobility is seen by most to be an essential part of our daily lives. It's true to say that, in one way or another, few lives have remained untouched by the world of Ford. Since those early pioneering days, 75 years ago, it's been a major force in the world's motor vehicle industry. In sales terms, Ford is the third largest company in the world. It employs 480,000 people in over 100 countries and builds over 5 million cars, trucks and tractors every year. It's a world that is connected by a network of computers and satellites, crossing nations and spanning continents 24 hours a day. A mining explosion rocks a northern Minnesota landscape to obtain the raw materials needed to begin a new day's production cycle. In factories the world over, machines perform complicated mechanical tasks in a way that could hardly have been imagined at the turn of the century. The Ford Motor Company has car, truck and tractor manufacturing operations in 15 countries, with assembly plants in 7 others. From Flat Rock, Michigan to County Cork, Ireland to Auckland, New Zealand, hundreds of thousands of Ford men, women and machines mould, polish, rivet, stamp, hoist, paint and assemble an unending stream of products. Lunchtime, the end of a shift, a break in the rhythm of the day, and there are as many traditions for observing those breaks as there are countries in the world of Ford. Pinochle in Dearborn, whist in England, ancient board games in New Zealand, and dominoes in Brazil all provide recreation to thousands of Ford men and women every day. For 3/4 of a century, thousands of motor vehicles of all shapes and sizes have been assembled each day in hundreds of Ford manufacturing sites throughout the world. Crates bearing the familiar name carry everything from exhaust manifolds to body panels to electronic ignition systems, all destined for world markets. This complex chain of distribution is part of a huge manufacturing, assembly and supply process. Tens of thousands of parts gradually take the shape of cars, trucks, vans and tractors, all destined for markets throughout the world. A saloon car for a doctor in France, a tractor for a farmer in Canada, an estate car for a school in California, to meet an unending demand from a world on wheels. In fact, Ford in Europe alone produces over 1.5 million cars, commercial vehicles and tractors every year, backed by a sales and service network of over 6,300 Ford dealers. On a Malaysian rubber plantation, a Ford Transit van serves as a mobile bank for workers far from the nearest village. While in Sweden, ingeniously designed machines powered by Ford engines cut and haul an entire harvest of timber. Halfway around the world, in Brazil, a sugarcane crop that used to take weeks to harvest is now completed in hours with Ford trucks and tractors. Thousands of miles to the north, on the central Mexican plateau, mountains of earth, rock and cement are moved by 700 Ford trucks. In this rugged land, a spectacular engineering project is underway, as man and machine together build the 4th largest dam in the world. It's the business of scientists and engineers to find better designs and processes, and one idea leads to another. The design for a better motorcar component may unexpectedly provide a technical breakthrough for tomorrow's space system. In the styling studio, attractive car designs are achieved by combining inspiration with the need to be practical. To the designer, there's no functional component that cannot be made pleasing to the eye.
That point is 1252 down.
This greenhouse area would look a lot nicer and sleeker with the fastback.
If we go into the fastback, I think it's going to start looking like a 2+2.
However, the final test is utility, how well it works, how safe it is. For every hour spent on design, 100 are spent in testing, analyzing, perfecting. To check performance and quality, laboratories become make-believe worlds for the endless testing of component parts. The testing never stops. In North America, Brazil, in Belgium, vehicles are made to perform under the most demanding conditions before they're ready for the marketplace. Only when a car or truck is pushed to its limits can engineers fully measure its strengths and its weaknesses. Engine, transmission, brakes, suspension, carburation and steering. The components must all work together. The ultimate test is the marketplace, where the product meets its consumer for the first time, where salesman becomes spokesman, not only for the product, but for all those who created it.
I think the truck that we should be discussing is an F-250.
Dann haben Sie ein sehr schönes Kassettenradio drin mit UKW und Stereo.
Y la radio ya viene en el auto.
Esto sí que es lo que queríamos, justo lo que queríamos.
It's a real good package, and I think it'll do just the job you're looking for.
We're dropping the 78 Ford pickup in a free fall. To prove a point, Ford means business in big trucks. Now Ford announces the CL9000.
Ang bagong Ford Fiera, lalong pinalakas. Ang bagong Ford Fiera, lalong pinalakas.
Punta de un cerro, el pick-up Ford F100.
Will Mustang take you away?
Mustang, an exciting way to get from where you are to where you want to be.
Some things are designed for the way they move.
Feeling free, feeling free. My freewheeling Ford is TNT.
Today, the average family has 2.2 children. The Escort can comfortably carry 4.2 people.
This year, when you step out on the town, don't just drive. Take off in the 1978 Thunderbird. The new designer series of Continental Mark V. It's a mark of tradition.
European Spirit Ford Cortina.
When America needs a better idea, Ford puts it on wheels. Ahí está Ford.
A motor car is designed and built to suit the period and the environment in which it must operate. Its characteristics are determined largely by the likes and dislikes of future owners. And from the Model T of yesterday to the Fiesta of today, Ford has always built a car to suit the time. Here, near Valencia in Spain, Fiestas are assembled at a huge manufacturing complex. Dagenham in England and Saarlouis in Germany also produce them, while many other European locations provide components. But Ford's concerns range far beyond its factories and its products. In remote areas of Latin America, in Argentina, and on the plains of Mexico, Ford and its dealers are building schools where none existed before. For some families, it'll be the first generation of literacy. In Britain, a Ford-sponsored Save the Village Pond campaign made it possible for teams of volunteers to clean many village ponds, restoring them to their original natural beauty.
Eliminamos el corte del año anterior.
And in Mexico, Ford and its dealers have jointly sponsored a farm training program, sending instructors into the field to teach such basic agricultural techniques as soil irrigation, pest control, and plant nutrition. In America, the College Roundtable program brings teachers, students, and Ford executives together to improve understanding between the business and academic communities there.
My view is becoming typical, and that's one of the reasons why we're getting together here, to exchange attitudes and ideas. Let's see where we have common ground, where we disagree, and why.
Alumnocino.
And in Buenos Aires, Ford of Argentina sponsors the Henry Ford Technological School, providing technological and academic training to hundreds of students. Half of those trained on Ford courses will ultimately be employed by the company, and the other half will find employment in similar industries, benefiting their local and national economies. While Ford interests are worldwide, its roots are at Dearborn and Detroit in America. In cooperation with 50 other companies, Ford created the Renaissance Center, an office, shopping and hotel complex that has revitalized Detroit's riverfront. Far from major roads and motorways, thousands of miles in space, Ford satellites provide vital links in worldwide communications, relaying messages and beaming down weather information. There are, in fact, more Ford-built communications satellites than those of any other private enterprise. They're the result of the same Ford technical know-how that designed and maintains NASA's Houston Mission Control Center, the focal point for America's manned spaceflight program. So much has happened to our society in the last 75 years, technological advances we never dreamed possible. And during that time, the world of Ford has been one of continuing change, development, and improvement. The journey from the Model T to the satellite took only 3 generations, and it all began with an idea in the mind of a man named Henry Ford, an idea that evolved into a worldwide enterprise that has provided products, employment, and a way of life for millions of people. It's a story that is still evolving as the Ford Motor Company and its nearly 500,000 employees develop new designs, new materials, and new products to meet the needs of a constantly changing world.